The Maldives is unquestionably a fantastic vacation location. Its seas are unbelievably clear, the weather is beautiful, stilted, overwater cabins are the norm, and it's pretty much as close to heaven as you can get. Hello brewers. Welcome back to another exciting Dollar Brew video. In today's video, we will be counting down 12 things you didn't know about the Maldives. Before we dive in, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Beyond the attractive appearance of the Maldives, there is an intriguing history and a vibrant culture to explore. Its geology is also rather distinctive. 26 coral atolls that make up the entire nation were created by the eruption of long-extinct undersea volcanoes. So, if you want to dig beneath the glossy surface and learn more about these Indian Ocean islands, here are 12 things you probably didn't know about the Maldives. Number 12. It has only been a vacation spot for 40 years. The Maldives may have been around for a few thousand years, but its popularity as a tourist destination is a relatively new thing. In fact, it wasn't until the 1970s that the first resorts opened up. Before then, it was largely a destination that only adventurous divers and surfers knew about. Besides the island's obvious natural charms, its rise from an obscure, "can you show me it on a map?" destination to bucket list paradise was aided by former President Maumoon Abdul Gayoom, who, during his first term in power, set about boosting tourism as a way to diversify the economy. Once word got out about these idyllic Indian Ocean isles, it's been one-way traffic. Last year, a record 1.3 million people visited the Maldives. Some secrets are just too good to keep. Number 11. Less than a fifth of its 1,200 islands are inhabited. Around 400,000 people call the Maldives home. That's a population roughly the same size as Cardiff. But while there are roughly 1,200 islands stretched out over the archipelago, only around 200 of them are inhabited. Up until 2009, it was actually impossible to visit the inhabited islands due to a ban introduced in 1984. Since this was lifted, visitors can see the cultural side of the islands, beyond the resorts and stilted luxury cabins. Lifting the ban has helped locals to capitalize on the Maldives' growing tourism industry, and, now, there are plenty of guest houses, restaurants, and Maldivian-owned diving and excursion companies on the inhabited islands. Number 10. The world's first underwater cabinet meeting was held in the Maldives. In 2009, then Maldivian President Mohamed Nasheed held a somewhat unorthodox cabinet meeting. The location. Not in a stuffy boardroom or boring government building. It was held at the bottom of the sea. While down there, the 11 ministers signed a document calling for global cuts to carbon emissions. The gesture, headed by Nasheed, was interpreted as a symbolic cry for help over the rising sea levels that threatened to submerge most of the low-lying areas in the Maldives by 2100. The signed wetsuits of the ministers who attended the meeting were auctioned to raise money for coral reef protection. Nasheed also suggested that a fund should be created to help the population should they need to leave the islands. Hopefully, it won't ever come to that. Number 9. You can swim with the biggest fish in the sea. The Maldives is a hub for all sorts of diverse marine life, but the most remarkable has to be the whale shark, the biggest fish in the ocean. These enormous beasts of the deep can grow up to 20 feet long. Despite their size, they pose no danger to humans and live off a healthy diet of plankton. Southari Atoll is the best place for year-long whale shark sightings in the Maldives, especially around the southern part of Sun Island's reef. The Rangeley Island on the Olive Tall Atoll and the uninhabited Hanafaru Bay on the Baa Atoll are also excellent whale shark spotting spots. Number 8. The Maldives has distinct white beaches. Unlike most white sand beaches that have yellowish sand, the beaches of Maldives have true white sands. The sands of Maldives beaches are made of coralline. Other beaches often have sand from quartz with a yellow tinge. Coralline sands are rare and only present on around 5% of beaches worldwide. Number 7. Traditional Maldives boats don't use compasses or GPS. If you're visiting the Maldives, expect to ride dhonis or traditional Maldives boats. They're one of the best modes of transportation if you want to explore the atolls of the island country. You'll be surprised that seasoned dhoni captains and crews still refrain from using GPS or compasses to navigate the various atolls and islands. Instead, they observe the movement of water in the lagoons to avoid dangerous reefs. Sometimes they navigate the waters by looking at the stars. Number 6. The coconut tree is Maldives' national tree. The coconut tree is the national tree of Maldives, and you'll see it on their flag. These trees can last for at least 100 years and grow up to 30 meters tall. Coconut trees have various purposes. The trees provide much-needed shade to the island's winding beaches and produce coconut milk and oil. They also produce coconut water, a refreshing drink. The coconut fibers are useful for coir rope construction, and native Maldives citizens use coconut wood to build dhonis for sailing. Number 5. The Maldives has historic coral houses. Traditional Maldivian houses were originally made from corals due to coral mining. These houses used coral rocks from shallow reef flats. Since most citizens used lumber and coconut leaves to build their homes, coral was reserved for mosques, tombstones, and monuments because they were a symbol of opulence. A house made of coral was a sign of luxury and prestige. Even though coral reefs are now protected, you can still see old coral houses in the Maldives. Number 4. It's the lowest nation in the world. On average, its 1,200 islands are around 7 feet above sea level. Even at its highest natural point, the Maldives is still only 8 feet above sea level, which is still lower than every other nation in the world. Natural coral reefs act as a barrier, protecting the archipelago from monsoon season swells. However, being so low, you can see why Nash took his cabinet to the bottom of the sea for their now famous meeting. Number 3. There was a time when money would wash up on the beach. Well, not money as we know it, but a currency all the same. In the 1800s, shells were used as a type of international trading currency, and the Maldives was full of them. Not just any old shell, mind you. It had to be a specific type, the cowrie shell. Light, distinctive, and impossible to forge, these shells had all the perfect traits for making money. Endemic to the Indian Ocean, they were readily available in the Maldives, and an entire shell money trade sprang up around the islands. Today, the cowrie shell is the symbol of the Maldives' monetary authority. Sadly, cowrie is pretty much worthless today, and if you try to buy anything with them during your holiday, the only thing you'll get in return is a funny look. Number 2. Islam, the official religion of Maldives. Islam is the state religion of the Maldives. It has been the official religion since 1153, thanks to the influence of Arab and Persian traders in 947 AD. The law requires all citizens to be Muslim. Those in public office should be followers of Sunni Islam. Number 1. The Maldives is slowly sinking. The 1,200 islands in the Maldives are only nearly 2 meters above sea level on average, making the area more prone to rising sea levels, erosion, and other environmental factors. As a result, the country is slowly sinking into the ocean. Thankfully, Maldives has strict environmental laws in place to minimize the impact. If it's your first time going to this world-renowned island destination, you should know that there's so much more to them than its beautiful beaches, as you can see from this video. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more exciting videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.